The idea for 505 Faces came from just an idea I had about 5 or 6 years ago. I just kind of wanted to highlight people around New Mexico, or Albuquerque really for that matter, and just kind of see who they are, whether it's old, young, left wing, right wing, what have you.
When we started talking about this back in September, and we figured out what we were going to do and drive to about 20 different cities in 20 days, which was the original idea. We took a map and we dotted out the cities that we really needed to hit, and once we connected everything with the red pin, if you stood back far enough, you saw the heart of New Mexico. And we kind of knew that we were doing the right thing. At the beginning, we had thought that the three of us could just do the whole project together. And as it germinated and as the seed grew, we decided to bring in 4 other writers.
And I just wanted to do something simple, black and white, no Photoshop, no bells and whistles, none of that fun, funky stuff, but just something simple, to the point, who's who in New Mexico. And that's kind of really where it all began.
You have somebody speak with an interviewer, give them their story, and then to be able to capture that story in their eyes, whereas we didn't even know what their story was when we were photographing, because we were separate from where the writers were interviewing. And so to be able to see that story reflected in their eyes, that was a big deal. It was very moving.
You would sit down and talk to somebody, and I never expected people to open up. You gave them a little bit of validation by listening to their stories, why they love New Mexico, a few of them why they're not fond of New Mexico. But anywhere from a 18-year-old girl who's the first generation of her family to graduate from high school in Silver City, to a 97-year-old gentleman who runs one of the oldest trading posts on Old Route 66. You get choked up.
Most of these people had no idea who we were, and they walked in and were an open book, and that was impressive, to say the least.
The amount of people who came out just because they either heard it on the news, they saw it on Twitter, or they saw it on Facebook, or they saw it on wherever, that they were willing to come out, stand in the hot heat of the summertime, and stand in line and wait for their picture to get taken and give us their stories. And people came out in droves. I mean, there were some that people were just waiting in line for, I'm going to say hours. I mean, the first day kickoff at the rail yards, people were waiting in the beating down sun just to be a part of this. And that, to me, not only makes me feel proud to be a New Mexican and a photographer here, but the fact that so many people are interested in what we do and wanted to be a part of this.
There were just moments where people made your mouth fall open with how raw and honest they talked about why they're in New Mexico, their love for New Mexico. I just never expected people to completely almost open their vein and give their heart to us. I don't think it's something you're just going to pick up and read and put back down and forget about it. You're going to pick it up like every once in a while, and you're going to reread something that you had read before, but you're going to catch another connotation in what these people meant with what they wrote, with what they said. The stuff that we got it breaks my heart and it warms my heart all at once. So
I am actually learning a lot more about the history of this state, more so than the state I originate from. So that to me was beautiful, beautiful.
We could not have done it without people getting involved, friends and family who donated money, but it was our major sponsors who really popped in, the band The Tubers, Sister Bar, Tammy from A Good Sign, Delano from All Is One Tattoo, and Futures for Children, and EB Construction, Evolution. We got really lucky. There was a couple named Seth and Kelly Steer that we could not have done this journey without. And I'm grateful to all of them. I know we all are.